Yeah, I know. He's telling me he got one here, but it doesn't work. But I normally don't do teleprompters and podiums, but I'll cooperate so that the media does not have to try and chase me all around the room. I'm delighted to be here. I'm thrilled to be here for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is this is the beginning of our official bus tour across Iowa this week. This is our first stop. And we've got about 17 stops we're going to make around the state between now and Saturday. We're going to take Thursday off because of the debate. I have to do a little bit of debate prep. You want to know what I do to prepare for a debate? I pray. That's what I do. I pray when I get ready to do a debate. I don't let my staff try to cram stuff in my head at the last minute. All that does is just wound you up and you can't be yourself. But we're delighted to be here, and I want to thank you for being here. And I'm familiar with the Republican Jewish Coalition because I have spoken at the one in Atlanta. They also have a very large group, as you would imagine. I've spoken there, in fact, a couple of times to that particular coalition there. And so, thank you for this opportunity to share a few thoughts, and I will try to do a minimum of comments and allow you to ask questions. But it's difficult to do a minimum number of comments because we got so much stuff messed up in this country. We got so much stuff that's broken, it's hard to do a short speech about what we need to do to fix it. So I'm going to talk about one of those things that we need to fix that I know is on the mind of everybody. The economy. Yes, I have ideas about what I would do about foreign policy, even though some people will say that I don't know anything about foreign policy. Yes, I do. Know who your friends are and know who your enemies are, and stop giving money to your enemies. How much do you have to know about foreign policy? That's common sense. Doesn't matter, I don't know anything about foreign policy, you know, but entitlement spending. Entitlement spending is a problem. Why haven't they done anything about the debt? And they just move the problem down the road? We can't continue to trim around the edges. We must restructure these programs. Until we restructure these programs, we're never going to get our hands around this whole spending thing. Social Security, I believe we need to restructure with personal retirement accounts. I did not say privatization. I'm saying that for people who like to insert the word privatization when the word is personalization, like they did in Chile. 30 years ago, they had a broken system like ours. They gave younger workers an option. They could contribute half of their payroll tax into a personal account that would grow, and the other half continue to take care of the seniors that were already on Social Security and those that were near retirement on Social Security. And today, the old system has been phased out. That's how you fix it. Not continue to figure out, do we raise the retirement age? Do we lower benefits? You're never going to catch that rabbit if that's all we're going to do. We've got to restructure it. Representative Paul Ryan suggested restructuring Medicare. Instead of allowing a bureaucrat to tell seniors which doctor, which hospital, which procedures, give the seniors a voucher and let them decide which doctor, which procedure, which hospital, which medical center. It's called choice. But you see, the liberals don't want you and I to have choice. They want bureaucrats making those decisions. And if there's one thing you will notice about all of the ideas that I'm putting on the table, it is to get Washington, D.C. out of the way, off our backs, and out of our pockets. Those are the programs that I'm proposing. And we've got to take each one of these programs because I believe in going from we are today an entitlement society. So much so that some people have figured out how to game the system. We need to become an empowerment society. And what that means is all programs need to be restructured such that programs help people that want to help themselves. Not help people to help themselves to the government for on and on and on and on. We got an energy crisis. That's another one. I believe that we can get on the road to energy independence. We have the resources to do it. Here again, we got to get the government out of the way, off our back, in order to be able to get on the road to energy independence. I've already put together a team that's working on an energy independence strategy. It is not only an economic imperative, it is a national security imperative. I don't know about you, but I don't like the idea that folk that don't like us could cut oil off to us if they so choose, if we got into some really, really big international conflict. So the best way to do that is become dependent upon our own resources. President Obama went to Brazil a couple months ago, loaned them $2 billion, and then told the Brazilians to drill for oil, by the way. Loaned them $2 billion, and then told them, America is going to be your best customer for the oil that they drill with our money. Let me tell you what the Cain document is going to be. America is going to be its own best customer for coal, oil, gas, shale, right here at home. We have the resources to do it. We just simply have to remove the barriers that are in the way. You know the biggest barrier in the way? The EPA. I got a plan for dealing with them. I don't want to tip them off too soon. They might start to try to change things at the last minute. No, I just think that the EPA has gone wild. They've gone wild, and they've got to be reined back in. So I could go through all of those, folks, but the basic approach on every one of these issues, whether you're talking immigration, whether you're talking energy, foreign policy, make sure we're working on the right problem. Make sure that I, as president, surround myself with the right people. That'll help me put together the right plans. And then engage the American people in the solution. How do you do that? First, you don't write bills that are 2,700 pages long. Jon Stewart made a joke out of my joke about saying that I thought all bills would be 3 pages long. I did that in a speech as a joke. And so some writers who had nothing to do, they took that as an opportunity to say that I had no idea about what it takes to pass legislation and how you're going to pass bills that are just 3 pages long. Now, Jon Stewart is a professional comedian. He should have gotten the joke. And he did. If he had looked at the tape past that statement, the audience that I was speaking with, they got the joke. He didn't get the joke. So now they're trying to put the joke on me, and now the joke is on them. But I do believe in bills where you and I can understand them. For example, here's an example. What would I do about the economy? I have an economic vision that has phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1,